Hey there, fellow berry foragers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, episode 30, Jamming. Oh, and yeah, that crucible is like probably way done. Easily distracted. So one of the other things that almost tied with continuing smithy is making better tools, which is why I'm doing a bit of both. So we'll get shears, and we'll get a scythe and new mining tools out of this. Now, I'd say probably 3 high ceiling is fine. And I'll, whoop, let's not step on that. I'll aim to have like cobbled beams supporting the windows. But I'm hoping to have this room be open, light, and airy. You can kind of see how it's coming together. It's almost like Stonehenge-y. Oh, our onions are ready. Or maybe just that onion. Anything else? Spelt? Nope, no 9s. So I just planted a pea. Let's go with flax. It might seem weird that, like, I'm like, we gotta prepare for winter and not starve, and then at any given chance I like get flax over something edible. I mean, technically flax grain is like edible as a grain, but it sucks. It's not very nutritious. But it's mostly just that I just don't want to be super stunted when it comes time to mechanization. So there's about a half an hour left of the stream. So I'm going to have you guys vote again. I could spend the remaining time trying to make like trying to make jam, or make a fruit press, or continue the smithy, or search for salt or borax. Up to you. Look at all those onions. So I would say that's pretty good for now. Just enough for that. Now it's daytime. Time for me to collect all the torches so they don't burn out. Having a whole lot of torches is kind of nice when you're cave diving and you need to illuminate everything. I know it's weird that it's not supported. Base is very much a work in progress, but alright, there we go. Preserving fruit for winter is the priority. Well, I do have the crocs. Sort of. I need to start pulling food out of these crocs so that they're freed up for fruit. We could do that. So thinking about preserving fruit for winter, the first thing I want to do is check on my other skeps. So I'll add that to the current priority. I think one of the two skeps is not going to swarm this one. So I can pin that and pin that, and I can move some flowers to the one that I want to swarm. The amount of jam that I can make is... Oh, this is harvestable. The amount of jam that I can make is completely dependent upon the amount of honey that I have. So if I want to preserve fruit, I need to be a very productive beekeeper. In other words. So I'll quickly throw together a replacement skep. And then the other thing that might make sense is to get the scythe. Yep, that's hardened. Maybe I'll do a scythe and a knife rather than shears. I think at this point a knife might make more sense given how often I break mine. The current priority is make a scythe and knife, and then make jam. And I could just leave these molds there. Well, I guess I could pull them out. This makes very little difference. The prospecting pick I probably want to have in my inventory though, because my current one is about to break. Do this quick, because I didn't make this one all that hot. Nice. So a scythe is the tool to get things like grass or cattails. That would be the tool choice. So because I'm having to rebuild my skeps every time I harvest, having a scythe for that, it's going to be a lot more efficient than just constantly using a knife. Scythes harvest in a larger area. Which I find, unless you have like high dense cattail area, it's more useful for grass. Well, it's not more useful for grass, but you're going to use it more often probably on grass. There we go. Now I'm the Bronze Reaper. Okay. Replacement skep. So here, you can see it just, everything in the area just goes schwunk. Once you have a lot of metals, you get the sort of... That was weird. Didn't do the group. You get sort of the quality of life tools, like scythes and knives and shears, and so that you can process high volume harvesting. Already got 30. I'm probably going to make... So what is it? 16 per skep? So I want to put a few skeps up there so they start to really spread around. But I don't know if the wild skeps that I had set up have bees in them. Worst case scenario, I can just remove one of my empty skeps and replace a populated one. That certainly won't kill me. Another thing you'll start to notice as we're heading towards autumn is a color shift. So certain crops, like these cattails, are slightly more brown than the greener ones over here. And as we head into autumn, everything will slowly color shift towards brown, and then, well, a lot of things will start fruiting. You know, flowers and the like. Set up some new sets of Crocs before I go. It might be worth it, yeah. Yeah. I could do that real quick. So I'm trying to preserve my lovely fruit, I'm gonna want a bunch of Crocs. No, that was dumb. Nothing like removing your entire project, right? So in the winter, the only food source that you're going to be able to get for fruit will just be like honey, which is really expensive to fulfill your fruit satiety, unless you start preserving it before you enter the winter, or like heading to the tropics, I guess, and harvesting your fruit there, but that's like a lot of travel for fruit. Not the kind of travel that is a reasonable, you know, it's a relatively unreasonable amount of travel otherwise. Setting more flowers near the bees will be useful, yeah. At some point, there's diminishing returns, so bees like... I forget the point of diminishing returns. It's around like 20 flowers or something like that, where the additional amount that you add is sort of less than helpful, so you should aim for like at least... I'm going to make up a number, but I'm going to say at least like 24. And beyond that, it's kind of like, oh, well, it's nice, but it's not that much more helpful. 28, something like that. So, oh, I already have the posts here. Past me was smart. They'll start to swarm. All right, over to the bees. Hey, there's a rift. Rift activity is low, so it's unusual to have a rift close to the base. I mean, low doesn't mean no. Oh, south. Oh, yeah, light the pit. Now you're using your brain. Your old noggin. Nothing like setting it up with everything but the peat required to fire and then just like walk away from it. Oh, boy. Thank you. I do have no backseating tags, but in the case of me just simply being stupid, I appreciate idiot proof. So the way to process the honeycomb into honey and into beeswax is that you have to have some sort of container that allows for liquid, like a bucket, a bowl, or a jug. I don't have any jugs. And you put it down, and then you take the honeycomb and interact with the container that has some sort of liquid. And it will allow you to then get the honeycomb, or the honey separated out from the comb. And then you can use the beeswax to seal crocks or to make candles for lanterns. And then the honey from the liquid can be used for a whole bunch of things. For healing or for making jam, which allows you to keep honey in the winter. I was kind of low on peat back at the base, so having upon some, I'll just grab it real quick. There we go. I'm really nice I didn't settle in an area with, like, hella bears. I guess really fattened bears, if you made, like, a proper hunting perch. You know, you might be able to really profit from the amount of animal fat you get from them. And also, the bears will drop huge hide. Honestly, my 2 cents is way more effort than it's worth, but huge hide, which in leatherworking will give you a lot of leather. I mentioned this before, but the way the leatherworking works is no matter what size pelt you put in, you get leather out of, which is a generic resource of leather. So if you... Oh, I hear wolves. I'm going to make up a number, but like, let's say you put in one huge pelt or like 16 tiny pelts, or small pelts from like bunnies or whatever. The one huge pelt or 16 small pelts will produce the same amount of leather, so... Hunting things that are, you know, given that I haven't been here in a while, all this stuff, yeah. Okay, I could just harvest this hive. Maybe that's what I'll do. So I'll go to the other hive too, and I'm just gonna harvest it because I have hives at home. I don't need to leave wild hives out in the wild. They're only useful as insurance if I destroy all my home hives, which, as long as I keep raccoons away from them, it should be fine. And raccoons, oh, it's a fruit tree. I'm gonna mark that down. Yeah, provided I keep the terrible raccoons away, I should be fine. Any of you guys fat? Decent? Low. Alright. Well, Miss Decent. Oh god, please hit right. Nope. Oh, I gotta piss both of them off? Uh-oh. Ow. Should have waited for them to separate. No, I'm just hurt. That was the skinny one. Where's the not skinny one? You? I'm assuming it's you. What kind of throw was that? At this rate, I'm just... Oh, wow, there's so many over here. At this rate, I'm just going to lose the one I killed, so... Hey, even though you're skinny, you had fat. That's nice. I'm going to leave the rest alone, just so that if I do want to do animal taming... At the moment, I don't really need leather, because leatherworking has been stalled from the lack of lime and borax. And I have plenty of... Well, I don't have plenty of protein, but I have no way of brining my protein back home, so I don't really need to be mass murdering things if I can't really use their resources. This is the other one that I was trying to swarm, but it's only decent size. I think all my skeps that were out here just got trashed. Which makes sense. Haven't been out here in a while. I know it seems weird because I'm planning on making jam, but I'm gonna get rid of the cranberries because it's just more space. Oh, that's a wolf. Okay. So I harvested the wild hive. Give me honeycomb. And the point of this is just so they get more honeycomb. So I can make a larger batch of jam. Let's get rid of this bee waypoint. Bye-bye. And heading over to the other one. Now, the beautiful thing about honey, unlike almost everything else in the game, is it does not spoil. Fat, animal fat, and honey is not perishable. I would have stopped if any of them was like beyond decent weight, good weight, or higher. And it looks like I'm about to get another temporal storm. Man! You could just not. Has it really been... My server doesn't have temper storms like every 10 days. I feel like it hasn't been that long since the last one. Maybe I've just lost track of time. Also, it's embarrassing to have my rip marker still out there. Let's get rid of that. Never happened. I am a seraphim after all. Or seraph. How do you know what's coming? Look at the bottom left. See the, oh, not anymore. The medium temp... Oh! No, actually, no, I take that back. I take that back. I misread. When I did the prospecting, it was telling me about the temporal storm that I had last survived. Not the one that is... Not that one new one is incoming. But in your info log, there's general damage log and info log, and your info log will actually tell you if you got stuff incoming. It's a wolf! Alright, turn around. I'm gonna start chucking spears at you. So I think I have... I forget how much honeycomb I have. It should be enough for a few things of jam. Low weight. Low weight. Oh, I hear another beehive. Oh, no, it's not another beehive. It's the angry bees of the hive I just destroyed. I know I'm almost out of time, but I am going to at least make one thing of jam right when I get back to the base. Let's make blueberry jam. That sounds good. So other things to think about is the spoil timer. As far as I'm aware, for just about everything, gets translated during, I'm going to use the word transmutation process. Meaning, if you have almost spoiled berries, and you turn them into jam, you have almost spoiled jam. So it's not so useful to have ruined things processed into preservatives. Go with, like, fresh stuff. So if I wanted to brine vegetables, use fresh vegetables. If I wanted to salt meat, use fresh meat. And the same goes for berries. So I just picked a whole bunch of blueberries, and I'll turn that into the blueberry jam. I should probably also be marking down where I find, like, high volumes of animals. But with that said, I'm not likely to kite animals super far. Ooh, flax. Super far from where I am now, like, back to the base. I'll get rid of my rye grain. And my flax grain. And my bone. Huh, actually got a lot of flax of that. 4. I mentioned this before, but like with wild crop, you only are guaranteed to see it when it's mature. I like how the base is looking on the minimap. It's starting to look pretty. You can see all the flowers. That's another thing that I kind of did intentionally, is to have the greenhouses and apiary. I mean, it makes sense not to have them subterranean, especially for plants, because I don't have... underground growing is disabled in the server settings for standard games. But the apiaries and the farms being on the surface means that, like, on the minimap, it's pretty where I am. Okay, 16 honeycomb. That's not bad. Not bad at all. So let's get it ready. So in order to do that, I'm going to go with a... Oh man, I left that on the stove. Whoopsie. Yeah, it's kind of spoiled. That was dumb. So this is 3 servings. Try to figure out what crocks are, like, close to being emptied. One of these... Okay, that crock is 1 serving. Good. So I'll have 2 crocks. Empty. Which is useful. You know what? I am gonna cut my losses on that one. Or... trying to think of how to empty this out without tying up a crock. I'll check the pit kiln. The pit kiln's probably not ready yet. No, it's not. Did I close the gate to the beehives? Probably not. But raccoons, I believe, spawn like... Oh, this is harvestable already. That's harvestable too. This will swarm in less than a day. Raccoons spawn like at trees, so provided there's like no trees nearby, I don't think they'll spawn close enough to be a bother. I could be wrong. Alright, what I wanted to do is... Well, I'll do it this way. Empty out the bucket. We'll have a bucket for the honeycomb, or the honey. And then we look at the bucket while holding the comb. Left shift. And it will put honey in the bucket. And then with all this beeswax, I now have enough candles for 5 more lanterns, which is awesome. Or I can store it as a light source, albeit a not so powerful one, but a light source. So I'll just put some candles up here. And when you group them together, they produce more light. Because I can always just grab that, you know, whenever I want it. Turn them into lanterns. Nice. Now, I'm not sure what to do about this 6 servings of food without tying up a crock. Because I know when it's fully spoiled, you can dump it in water and have it dump out. But I think... Oh, no, that's not true. I just dumped it. Good. I don't know why the last time I dumped it, it didn't work. Okay, so cooking time. Jam time. Take the bucket of honey. So, liter of honey. What is the recipe again? Let me double check. Jam. I think I need 2 slots of honey. Yeah, 2 slots of honey. Okay. Like this. I think I have, it's like 0.2 per fruit, right? So having it in a bucket is too much at once, I think is what I'm running into here. Which means I'm gonna want a bowl. Do I have a spare bowl anywhere? Maybe I'm wrong about that. Let me try that again. Oh, there we go. So this will create 5 servings of blueberry jam. Awesome. Let's do it. And 4 of those servings can then be put into a crock. And then if I want, I can even use that last beeswax I have to seal the crock, or to fat, either or, to seal the crock so that it preserves for a very, very long time. I guess in the meat bucket, I'll just have like all of the pre-made meals. There it is. So this is 1 serving, or this is 4 servings of blueberry jam in a crock. And just to demo it, I'm going to seal it. Which is unnecessary if I'm trying to feed myself this winter. Because when it's sealed, it will last for like, I don't know, like 15 years or something. I don't have shelves in here yet, but yeah, okay, it's sealed. So eventually the plan is to like line the top with shelves. But yeah, that will be good for an insane amount of time. It's, I think, still hot, which is not why it's not reading. The spoil time. But I think because I put this in a bucket and not a smaller. Oh no, there we go. How do I do small increments? Yoda, for the love of God, stop. Well, whatever. I could just have the bucket and have to dole it out with bowls later. But yeah, there we go. We have our first run of jam. And at some point, once that cools down, it will read the time it has to not spoil. Because these are like 14 days. My grain's probably the longest at 6 years. And now these crocks are going to be even longer. Because especially the one I sealed. Ooh, I hear drifters nearby. Because we have a rift. Ouch, they're actually hitting. I have a drifter up here. Bye. Now, luckily, drifters don't harass you, but they don't really do anything to your base. They don't, like, they don't put doors, they don't, they're just here to, like, kill me. Because they're so friendly as neighbors. And that time I actually got a double harvest of onions. I'll put flax where they were. Now that my hands aren't full, you are so dead. Get back here. But this is definitely a case for walling up an entryway and just like making it so that I have some sort of secured perimeter because they're coming in and they're gonna be annoying. I'm surprised that it's still not reading. But my friends, this is where I am gonna leave off. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 30th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, a link can be found in the description of this video or at Rhadamant.com. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. Hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs,